Hello to whoever is tuning in. Um, much later than I wanted stream to start, but I wasn't able to sleep properly last night because of my stomach. Actually, honestly, I feel like this is like the main cause of my sleep schedule being fucked up as of late. So, yeah. Hope everything's fine. Hope the game, visuals are fine, sounds are fine, mic audio's fine, so on and so forth. Hello. Thanks for stopping by. Uma Musume. Oh, yeah. Like, today is like the release day of a bunch of gachas, I think. Cause like there's P5X, there's what is it called? Uma Musume P5X, yeah. Although, yeah, Pokemon, yeah, that's the other one I'm thinking of. Pokemon TCG just dropped a new pack, I think. I forgot. Excuse me?
I know it's a lot to take in. I wish I could have been with him in the end.
I don't know why they didn't play this in the credits,
Knowing
so...
your people would be safe,
you know,
comfort. He went peacefully.
I'm just gonna let this rock and then do the actual DLC.
Thank you, Lara. Our oaths have been fulfilled. What will you do now?
Crazy how each game so far gives
This is
Lara a
still
new
our home.
girlfriend.
We will
Like back
rebuild.
in the previous game it's Sam, and
But there is
here
much
it's
work to be done.
Sophia.
There are still enemies in this valley.
P5X game
And there is still much to discover.
July 1st because I live in Southeast Asia. Wait, it's been out here for a while? Excuse me. I also live in Southeast Asia. I didn't know the game's been out here for a while. I thought it was like China only. Or it was out for a while, but I guess not. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to see that cutscene because I found out that's a thing. This stream's gonna be far shorter than the other two since we've already beaten the main story. So I'm mainly just gonna be doing, let's see, I'll be doing this, Blood Ties, and then I will be doing this one. This is the story DLC though, so, but like I've seen people say that Cold Darkness is canon, so I might do that as well, because like, why not? Not available on... Oh, is it in English though?
Final notice to Lara Croft, a current tenant of premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor. You are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor to Atlas de Mornay, executor of estates.
Lara, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter, but so be it. As you know, your parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared. And given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament to account for this circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate.
Yeah, she doesn't know her
I'm
dad's
willing
been
to
killed at this
negotiate
point. This is
modest
like at the
monthly stipend
prologue.
from your trust, but only if you leave the manor by a week's end. Don't fight me on this, Lara. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sincerely, Atlas.
There has to be a will or some kind of evidence of what happened to Mum in the manor somewhere. Dad's safe.
I know you pay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Also, there is no way we're just handing out a damn banner.
My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing. That's my handwriting. My penmanship was pretty good.
You have a different VA for this expansion, or
A picture with Dad and Anna. Never liked wearing dresses, but the color was nice.
granted it is a more somber mood, I guess, so you know.
This is probably my grandfather Benjamin.
Fancy statue of him, okay. I'm not gonna lie, it's not until recently, or well, not until I played this game that I remember that Lara was British. Lara is British, and it's also only this game that I find out that Lara's actually rich.
I finally introduced Richard to the family. It went precisely how I imagined. I see
Thinly
but
veiled
polite
contempt from
grace
Atlas,
mother, indifference and disinterest from father, and thinly veiled contempt from Atlas. Of course they don't approve. To them, Lord Croft is the man who took away their beloved daughter and ruined her long-standing engagement, though I was never going to marry that repugnant Earl of Farringdon anyway. One might think they would be happy that I was...
It must have been hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did.
Yeah, screw the damn family. This
Dad's
Atlas
map
guy's
of
like
the
a piece of
forgotten
shit too,
cities
so
of
you know.
Northern Syria. He was closer than he knew to finding.
Prophet's Tomb.
Needs a combination. It's got to be in Dad's papers somewhere. Maybe in the library. One of Dad's Yoruba masks. A gift.
We got a lot of treasures here. Do we actually have, you know?
Dad would have liked me to go to Oxford, but I insisted on UCL.
There we go.
Yep, looks real. Roth once offered to forge me a fake diploma to show Dad.
Fake diploma. That's crazy. Roth is crazy for that. There's nothing here.
Well, this is a hell of a thing. I met someone tonight quite unexpectedly. But it shouldn't have been, it seems. I've been so buried in my work, so distracted by my latest revelations, I never bothered to notice my surroundings. But there she was, sitting at my table in the library. Her name is Amelia. And apparently she's been studying right next to me. Art history, of all things. I shared some of my research against my better judgment, but I wanted to see how she would...
My parents made a good team, challenging each other from the start.
First time he's ever fallen in love, yada yada.
Need a combination for this lock.
Can I explore the rest of the house?
The door to the library.
Oh, I can.
Locked. There's got to be another way through. This is the map I made for my first expedition.
First tomb.
Wait, I can get to the library through the old servants' corridor. Dad's artifacts from the Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these. Dad became interested in immortality.
Why
Too
are there
dark.
footprints there?
Going to need a flashlight.
Jeez.
Hi, Dad. I've been thinking about Mum lately. I wish I knew more about her. How did you meet? What was she?
What happened to her mom? Did her mom never die? Did she just like leave, or did something happen to her?
The Grand Hall. Always loved playing in here as a kid. This will be one of the first things to fix. Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, I won't be boring your sword this time.
A bunch of stuff
A
I can
Phoenix
get.
figurine. I bet this appealed to Dad's idea of immortality. This belongs to Anna. Most of her belongings are in the guest house. What was she doing in here? Someone has a sense of humor.
Master key. Where am I supposed to find that?
Lara, you know the West Wing is off limits.
I'm sorry. I just wanted
God,
to see.
scared me for a
Been
second.
through this.
Was Mum's room in here?
Just stay out of there, darling.
Dad was always so protective of the West Wing. Locked. Need a key to open this.
Sorry if I'm low energy today. My stomach is like kind of not feeling too
What are
great,
you
so
doing sitting there on the floor, Mistress Lara?
The offer came in the post last week, and I still haven't told Richard. He flew ahead to Tibet, where I will meet him shortly. I never told him I was submitting my work. Never thought there was a chance of being accepted. Oh, but a gallery tour is not something I can pass up. The show will take me away from England for over a year. I'll begin in New York and travel across the United States and, oh, God, I'm giddy even writing these words. When Richard and I were married, I was prepared to relegate my painting to a hobby. But
Looking at the compass, thinking.
What about,
Tibet,
if
huh?
I may inquire?
Just thinking about discovering faraway places. About finding adventure.
I'm sure you will, my lady. You've the soul of an explorer. But don't grow up too.
Hey, Jonah. Sorry for not getting back to you sooner. I've decided to do some research at the manor. A lot has happened, and I need some time.
she didn't leave her phone there.
Got to remember to pack this for my next trip. Should be
Cool.
able to explore the dark now. Another one of Dad's immortality.
A lot of knickknacks here.
Lara, since your return from your expedition to Yamatai, I've grown increasingly alarmed at your erratic behavior. I can only assume you suffered some kind of psychological trauma and are only acting out as a call for help. I want you to know that I hear you, loud and clear. Anna and I agree that it's time for you to be evaluated by a professional.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Can't really sprint, so I'm just gonna walk.
Amelia, the news has reached Mother. She knows that you broke off your engagement with the Earl of Farringdon. She is beside herself with worry. But For the moment, she's controlling the narrative. As far as anyone knows, you're just having innocent second thoughts. But the moment your affair with Lord Croft goes public, it will be too late. Our name will be as ruined as the...
Yeah, what a dick family. Jesus. Being wealthy is nice, but being an aristocrat... Oh shit! Being an aristocrat sucks if that's your
Apart.
family.
Maybe I should just let my uncle have this place.
They say a good test of a relationship is how well you travel together. Well, I'd say Amelia and I have passed that test with flying colors. Indeed, these last few months in Egypt have been nothing short of extraordinary. She and Roth get on like old uni chums. In fact, the two have spent more than a few nights drinking and playing cards into the wee hours. Despite her decidedly proper upbringing, Amelia's taken to roughing it more than I ever have. She fits...
I'm not surprised he asked her to marry him as soon as he got the idea.
Jesus. Sure is one to rush things. It's locked. Nope. This is scaring me, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god.
Amelia, I know we have had our differences in recent years. I've tried my best to keep an open mind about your relationship with Richard, but I just can't let you go on this ill-conceived expedition without saying my piece. You say Richard's theories have merit. You say that he may have actually stumbled upon some mythic, unknown truth, but I
like how even Laura's like, fuck this uncle.
Still just as creepy as I remember.
Oh god.
My lord, I hope this missive finds you on a successful expedition and in good health. Before I bore you with estate affairs, I wanted to let you know that our little angel has been into some mischief. As always, I indulged her in our usual game of chess. Over the course of the game, she broached the subject of her mother. She's having trouble remembering her now, and wanted to enter her ladyship's atelier, which you sealed off, to play on her mother's piano. It ended.
Poor Winston. I remember being so angry. He was always so patient with me.
Damn, Lara, why you treat your poor butler like that?
I'm at a crossroads now. Good lord, that's such a cliche. But there's truth in it. Two roads before me. Both present joy and compromise. A life with Richard.
If your family can't support you, just throw them away. As simple as that. I'm not
King
gonna
to
lie.
queen one. I'm going to win this time, Winston.
I would play chess with our old butler Winston on this board. Never could beat him. I always chose white. Maybe if I let him go first once in a while, I might have won.
Clever girl. But you should know by now, winning isn't everything. Queen to king's bishop 6. Check.
Crowbar. Okay.
Easy for you to say. You always win. Knight takes queen.
What I mean to say is try to enjoy the journey, Lara. Don't rush to victory. Bishop to king 7.
I know, Winston. I just want... Oh no! I didn't even see that.
You should also know by now, I'm not to be trifled with on this board, young lady. Mate.
Oh, I am going to win. Someday.
The keyboard's gross.
Everything is almost ready for Mistress Lara's birthday expedition surprise. It's been a bit of an all-hands-on-deck effort organizing the affair and keeping it secret.
Oh, you push this, okay. Never mind, you pull. Pulling me, okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
Dad loved a good bottle of wine.
Can't believe she has to go through here
Basement of despair.
for her own, you know, for her own birthday. Not own birthday, for her own own home.
Library of infinite knowledge.
Look there. See the string?
Ancient Egyptian tripwire. The keepers of knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on.
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition. Winston used my hair ribbons to make this. He and Dad put a lot of work into this. Water damage from the main hall above.
A lot of shit in this house, god damn. It's really hard to see shit here with... Oh my god. Alright, I don't think I can go through there. I really want to get that statue. No combat yet, too. This seems to be more so of a exploration type of DLC. No, here.
This bust of Anubis was from Dad's Egyptian collection.
He has so much artifacts, though. What the fuck does he do with them? There was another passage there, so let's see if that led to somewhere before proceeding to the ladder. Okay, that doesn't work.
My stuffed bear. I couldn't have a tomb without a mummy.
Yeesh, it's been buried there forever. kinda wish movement wasn't limited. I guess it's because it's a manor, so they don't want you like sprinting around since it's not like an open world, but still.
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights. There's a missing page.
Amelia left tonight. She packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met. I just had my nose in a book, lost in my own world.
Where did she go though?
Okay, Dad's ledger has to be in here somewhere. Hopefully it has the combination to the safe.
Library, cool.
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition.
Invisible
I
ink.
used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum.
I don't know what vellum is. I assume that's a way to like, you know, see what is it called? Invisible ink.
I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with. But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery, the symbol we deciphered in this.
Bit more famous, and unfortunately, you know, fate has different plans for you guys. Richard's dead, and then you're MIA.
It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off. Or didn't I put it back properly? This music is familiar. It's beautiful. Took quite a tumble off of this old thing when I was a girl. Still feel it in the shoulder from time to time.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia.
Okay, got to find those objects to figure out the combination to the safe. There's something else here.
I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas. And now that I'm standing on these high stone walls, I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me. It is...
Dad was looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life? Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it, though. The Croft family crest and initials PC.
Here?
Okay. Should be able to
Oh.
light the fireplace now.
A bunch of shit there. Let's check that in a bit. Stuff here.
One of Winston's notes. He always... I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Now, let me see. These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this in
This was always one of my favorite.
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Why, yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
That and more, my darling girl.
I will say
Takes
it
me
does
back.
seems like, you know,
Those
they were a
good
really close
times.
family, but like
Best times.
unfortunately their line of work, you know, kind of made everything drift apart. Like Richard wasn't taken seriously, Amelia went elsewhere. Also the fact that there's a fucking organization after them because of their work.
This is my handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures. Spent so many hours in here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures.
She likes tigers. Oh, can I not drop down? Okay. There we go, now we can access this one. Pretty interesting DLC so far. The Baba Yaga one was definitely fun. This one's like pretty cool as well, just being able to explore and look around for clues.
Blank, except for the image of a key. I remember this map now. It leads to the master key, but we made it with a special kind of invisible ink. It could only be seen with the heat of a fire. I think I stashed one of Winston's master keys in here when I was a kid. I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase. X marks the spot, as they say.
There it is!
The master key. This should get me into... Alright. This should open most rooms in the manor, including the Forbidden West Wing.
Let's see if we can collect everything from this expansion.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8? I think this hieroglyph corresponds to a number, but which one?
For
Expedition
God's sake,
treasure.
memorize the combination, you old fool.
Painting by
Lara's
Amelia.
Expedition
Day
treasure.
for wedding
My
anniversary.
favorite painting by
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number.
So 5 is the first.
The Pharaoh's crown from...
Okay, 5 is the first number then. Five, and then anniversary painting. Hold on.
Amelia left tonight. She packed her...
I finally... The offer came in the post last week, and I still haven't told Richard. I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox I finally introduced Richard.
They say a good test of a...
I finally introduced...
I think I have to find all of the, you know, all of the documents first before I even look for clues.
Okay, Dad's clues mention Mum's paintings and their anniversary. Hopefully I can find some answers in the West Wing. Dad's book about immortality.
Nothing here anymore.
Lara, I've reviewed the report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health. I somehow doubt you've so easily abandoned your...
What a piece of shit. This uncle's a piece of shit, man.
The Croft family crest. Worse than I thought.
Jesus, what happened here? The music freaked me out. Gee Christ, man.
Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate it if you kept this between us, but I felt tonight called for something special. If you will forgive me the indulgence, your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease.
Okay, yeah, this is the library. Oh, I didn't even go up here earlier.
This picture was taken in the library. 1820 additions to the...
Right, cool. Like, seemingly nothing here, so... Oops. Oh. Whoops. Why are some of these doors open? Why not? This just leads down there. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Alright, everything seems to be at the west wing, since that's like the only place I haven't really explored. Alright.
This is strangely beautiful.
Well, I don't know if beautiful is the word I'd use.
Okay, Lara, keep it together. You're starting to see things. Mum's atelier. Dad sealed it soon after she died. He probably couldn't bear the idea of removing any of her belongings.
God, this game
My
freaking me
lord,
out. This
we
DLC is
all hope
freaking
your
me out.
work was well received at the conference and look forward to your return. As is so often the case with these missives, I wanted to call your attention to an incident involving our little angel. It seems that Lara has been the subject of some ridicule amongst the other girls at school. From what I can gather, some of the other young ladies were
Untouched for years, exactly as she left it.
I stood up to my family's criticism, stood in defense of Richard and our love. But as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in. How could love flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageways? Had I made a terrible mistake? I have never...
Lemon
been
juice? You can
more
write with lemon
delighted
juice?
to
I
be
didn't even
wrong.
know that.
Richard welcomed me to the manor, my new home.
I love that they seem to be, playing games even as an adult. It means that they've, at least still have joy and whimsy in their life. At least when, everything was still peachy.
I don't have any memory of this.
Aww.
I wish I could remember doing this. Mum. Mum with me as a baby. I've never... Mum's paintings. Which one was Dad's favorite?
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there, in one of his foul moods, and even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once...
Blocks of red. Dad's favorite painting. Maybe something about that painting will help me figure out the combination.
Four blocks, so... Hold on. Where is it?
I remember this now. Each dis
5, 4. Or maybe it's not 4, maybe it's something else related to the painting, I don't know.
You've almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived.
Well, first of all, you wouldn't have to explore this shitty mansion at such a state. Can I not light this? Okay, nothing else seems to be. Can I climb? Oh, I can.
This was for a show in London of Mum's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today. It says here, Amelia Croft plans.
New York, huh?
Lara arrived tonight, though not without a bit of drama, but all is well. She's a healthy, beautiful
Lara Croft,
baby.
uh-huh.
I've never seen Richard so happy.
Aww.
I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also senses the change. She's asked after her mother only once, and I'm afraid my reaction must have terrified her. I will need Winston.
Oh. So he sealed the West Wing because it reminded... That's... Damn. Although that tree has to be recent.
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his
Oh,
passion in my
marrying.
life
I was like,
every
why is
day.
she... What? Okay. Found a small
So it's
chapel, blah, blah,
done.
blah, blah.
Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision...
Amelia would not have approved. That alone should have been the end of it. But I am, as God made me, a stubborn fool. I locked all the West Wing's doors, and I shall not open them again
Until either my life or
my
obstinacy comes to an
obstinacy comes to an
Oh,
end.
Jesus.
The night before, Roth told me I would someday change my mind. Like a broken arm cast in plaster, he said. The wound would heal, and we would someday shed the bandages to be whole again. The metaphor made me furious.
At least that old thing still works.
He doesn't like metaphor. A ring.
Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it. The inscription is faded.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can
Benjamin,
change with such a simple
Griffin.
event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin,
Lara,
after my grandfather.
ah.
Or maybe Griffin. He was more infamous across
Lara
than
Croft
even
is
me.
definitely a
No,
far better,
Amelia
more
wouldn't have it.
iconic
Besides,
name than
she's certain
Scarlet
it's a
Croft or
girl.
Kate
She
Croft.
favors a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara. A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived.
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it. My mother's perfume. Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful. There's a date. Their anniversary was in October. But which day? I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue somewhere. I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday. October 13th, Mum's birthday. Pretty sure my parents were married in October. I think it was close to her birthday. Okay, back to the study to open that safe. This is Dad.
After everything
I think this was Dad's pocket watch. Looks like it stopped.
done, how could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
I don't trust him.
You don't have to, Richard, but please, trust me.
How are we still short on documents? Like, what else is missing in this dusty ass? Oh, whatever. I'm scared of opening the safe because I feel like that would end everything if I did that, but you know. Hopefully such is not the case. No, I'll get to the safe then. Hmm.
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here. And it's for you, should you need it someday.
Well, let's hope you came through for me, Dad. Okay, found all the clues. Let's see if I can figure this out.
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best.
So 5, 4, and then October is 10. And then
I remember this.
October 13th. 9?
No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues. That worked.
There we go.
It makes me happy to know that Dad kept this safe. No, that's not what I'm looking for.
I am numb. It is taking all my willpower to hold back the overwhelming grief.
Crashed?
Amelia's plane
Oh.
crashed in the mountains. She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her. not
Somehow
now.
I feel like that's
I
related
cannot
to
accept
Trinity after what
life
we
without
played
her is
through
too painful to
yesterday.
imagine. I know what must be done, and I am resolved. I'm going to bring her back.
Oh, that's why he
Dad,
became obsessed with
what did you do?
immortality. Because he really wanted...
Dad's sequel
Oh.
to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it. Handwritten. This is the... Damn, this isn't it either. I was certain there had to be a will in here. Wait, what's that?
Secret room!
A blank page. Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important.
Alright, we've got all the fireplaces lit, so...
A
There we go,
hidden message.
Jesus!
What are these strange marks? They have to be some kind of clue.
Hey, I don't remember this. Oh no, wait, yeah, this is the cellar from earlier. Where am I supposed to go up? Actually, no, hold on. So this is the map.
A hidden message.
Looks like it's in the okay, go through here. Ah. Okay, hold on. Here. Oh. And then there's another safe. Hold on.
A hidden message.
Is it upside down? I don't know what those letters mean, but the bird. Hold on.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs. A hidden message.
So the last number is 2. Let me jot this down first.
I remember this now.
1.
Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
So first one is 1, and then
A hidden message.
1 something, and then 2.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always prefer.
All right, let's try this.
That worked.
Holy shit, there's more rooms.
Damn, locked in. Did Dad build all of this just to keep his research safe?
Whoa, it's still clean.
The renovations are proceeding in secret. The work crew Roth hired for the job have been paid handsomely to keep the details of the job out of the records, so I'm fairly confident no word will get out about what I'm doing. I've been careless with presenting my findings.
Richard, I tried to see you in person last week, but your manservant hustled me away like some common tout peddling silverware. He told me you are heartbroken and you're not yet ready to see visitors. He told me you blame yourself for your loss. Well, to that, I say you had damn well better. I hope it hurts. I hope every moment of your life from this day forward...
Shut the fuck up, Atlas. Jesus.
Dad's collected knowledge.
Jade
This
Dragon.
was part of a set of statues down.
It's over. I have done all that I could, and my Amelia is still cold and dead. Roth first scowled at my designs. Then he pleaded with me not to go through with the ritual. Not because he feared it might work, but because he feared what I might do when it failed. And it has failed. There is no doubt in that. I prepared every...
You brought her home. She's here, somewhere. Dad's Tibetan scroll.
Oh god, if we see her corpse, I'm gonna fucking freak out, man. Dude.
The missing page from the renovation plans. They didn't want any.
That makes sense. Richard may have been paranoid at the time, but I think his intuition was right about something.
You
Here?
might be able to use this to.
There we go.
There's an inscription. This is the Croft universe. Our knowledge is to the east, our past to the north. Could there be something else beneath the manor? Amazing. Even in here, Dad went out of his way to hide his findings.
My love. It is silent, so peacefully silent now. Even after the madness and chaos of the crash, I can't help but still wonder at the beauty of these mountains. I understand the magic that drew you.
Oh, did she
Mum
write this
faced
before?
death
Oh,
alone.
damn.
She was so brave.
There's an area there I want to explore. Let me. Fucking lights turning on their own. It's creepy as hell. I'm not gonna lie. I could have sworn there was a spot you could know. Okay, never mind. Four relics left and 6 documents. Five, okay.
Hi, Dad. So I know I only just returned to school, but when can I come out to the dig site again? It's just so...
Anubis statue was here. There was a room with like multiple lockers. Was that above here? Let me retrace my steps. Pretty sure there was a room with like 2 lockers, so... Is it back there with the Anubis stuff? Hold on. Oh yeah, here we go, here we go. Dud.
Lord Croft is resolved to seal the west wing of the manor. I try to talk sense into him.
Alright, 4 more documents left. I think that might actually be everything in the game outside of the area we haven't explored.
Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north.
Where am I supposed to go? Oh, wait, what was that? Ah. The Norse meaning here. Crypt? Oh, you're crazy. So why do you have your own oh my god.
Incredible. This crypt was here all along.
I expected a sort of crushing finality to grip me when we returned to the manor to lay Amelia to rest. Indeed, once the last of my funereal duties were performed, I fully believed that I would crumple to the ground next to her and expire, not from grief, but succumbing.
My great-grandmother Rose, nicknamed the Golden Rose for her perfect... My God, can it be? Dad, you did bring her home.
My dearest Lara, it is difficult to write this, knowing these may only ever be words on a page to you. I wonder if you will remember my voice. Will you remember the way we used to play and laugh? Will you remember me comforting you when you were sad? Know that I'm still with you, Lara. My energy, my love. It's within you. It always will be. Use that energy to pursue your passions in life. Never let others determine your journey.
This is the longest 1 hour I've ever
Become
felt.
who you
Jesus.
are through your choices, through the love you give and the promises you keep. I hope you are happy, that you are loved and successful in whatever it is you choose to do. I am proud of you, my darling. Remember me with all my love, your mother.
Oh, don't tell me we end there. Fuck. Oh, I didn't get to. Oh man.
What's this? A letter.
Lara, I have received the notarized affidavit confirming Amelia's grave and the discovery of the burial crypt within the manor premises. While I can't fathom why your father would hide your mother's fate from her own family, I cannot deny that any legal claims I may have had on the estate are not.
I've been so focused on defying my uncle, of fighting to keep his hands off this manor, that I never realized how much this place actually means to me. But since I've been here, I can feel the presence of my mother and father. I sense the entire history of my family and the deep roots we have in this place. I want to honor my parents. I want to honor all of my ancestors. The Croft family may be all but destroyed, but I will make our name and our home great again.
Guys, that's all the documents. We're like 3 short on the.
Not sure. I really need to brush up on my... Mum's wedding.
Alright, for this part, I'm gonna cheat a bit. Hold on. Damn, kinda wish I had a figure like her. She's really cute. Oh my gosh. Ba 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 da ba da ba da ba da ba da 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 da. Oh,
The broken sword I brought back from Yamato.
oh, these are Easter eggs from the previous game.
The Atlas. Such an amazing piece of craftsmanship. Sophia insisted I take it home with me.
This is after. Okay, this part is after the fucking. Okay. She's got a lot of renovations to do here.
I can still remember the last time I fired these.
Oh, these are just Easter eggs. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. That's cute. Alright. Very cute DLC. Mainly more so explorations than anything. So, yeah. Pretty neat. Alright. Now, I actually don't know if I want to do this other mode. I guess I don't know, we'll see. Because I hear this is like zombie stuff. I don't know if this is outright canon, but it's like... Yeah, no, okay, no. I think, no. I think I'll, you know... I'm mainly here for the main story, so if this isn't explicitly canon, then I'm kind of not too interested, unfortunately. And I do want to chill today since my stomach is, you know, kind of shaky. And, you know, I haven't had much free time as of late, so, yeah. Wow, that was one of the shortest streams I've done in a while. That isn't like a fucking reaction to something. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. I was planning to do Cold Darkness, but like... I don't know, I don't think I really... If there's any plot things there, I'll probably just look it up. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Stream has been pretty fun so far. Or the game has been pretty fun, and the trilogy has been fun so far. And yeah, this is gonna be counted as a bonus stream for the VODs channel, so there's that. And I'm not gonna be streaming any games this weekend, so since, you know, I've already streamed a lot and I wanna take the weekend off. I will, however, be back tomorrow with the Capcom Spotlight and the Arc Sys, what is it called? The Arc Systems Work Showcase. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me this weekend though. My bad. I think it's gonna be it for me this week, and then next weekend I'm definitely gonna be doing Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and I think that one has a lot more story DLC, so we'll also be doing that once we beat the game. So yeah, thanks to those who tuned in. Hope you have a good day, good night wherever you are, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.